Hello YouTube, Mobile Technology Reviews here, and today I'm going to be doing a hardware review of the Nikon Coolpix L810 digital camera. So this camera is classified as a bridge camera. So what that means is kind of in between a DSLR camera and a point-and-shoot camera. In terms of looks, it's similar to a DSLR camera, but in terms of functionality, it's a lot closer to a point-and-shoot. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the specs. So this is a 16.1 megapixel camera, as you can see there. It has a 26 times wide angle zoom, and the display here, as you can see, is a 3-inch 921,000 dot display. So that is extremely high resolution. This lens here is the Nikon 26 times wide optical zoom lens with lens shift vibration reduction. This lens is 4.0 through 104 millimeters. So that's about it for the specifications. Let's take a look around the camera now. Obviously, on the front here, we have our fairly large lens, our Nikon logo up here. On the left-hand side, we have one of our two zoom functions. We also have this little flap here, which houses our mini HDMI, AV out, and DC in. Let's remove this. As you can see, there's our 3 ports. This flap is pretty nicely made. I think it's made out of a quality rubber, and I don't think it'll break. On the back here, obviously we have our 3-inch high-resolution LCD display. We also have our navigational buttons over here. We have our navigational D-pad here. It's got an OK button in the middle, your flash button up top. Right here we have our exposure compensation button, our macro shot button, and our self-timer button. This is our delete button, our menu button, scene button, and the button that allows you to access the playback functionality of this camera. All these buttons have fairly decent tactile feedback. They all have a really nice textured feel to them. Right here we have a rubber grippy textured area to place your thumb when you're holding the camera. I like that, and I'm glad that Nikon included it. Up here we have our nice convenient recording button. So if you want to record video, and speaking of video, video is recorded in 720p at 30 frames per second. But anyway, if you want to record video, you just hit this button here to start recording, and then to stop recording, just hit it again. Very convenient. Right here we have our little red LED light that indicates whether the flash is on or off. Up here on the top, let me just get these straps out of the way. We have our stereo microphone in this area right here that is piano gloss black. This area right here does pick up quite a few fingerprints, so keep that in mind. Right here we have our mono speaker. So when you want to play back your videos, it does not have very good sound quality. I warn you right now. Of course, most cameras don't. Right here we have our on and off switch with a little green LED surround that lights up when you turn the camera on. Right here we have our dual stage shutter button, and this is the other zoom functionality. This is the primary zoom function. Also up here at the top we have our pop-up flash. Right here is the button to pop it up. As you can see, this is a manual flash, so it won't automatically pop it up. Over here on the right side, we just have some screws here, and this little grippy textured area, so that you can wrap your hand around it like this when you're taking photos. This is probably one of the most comfortable cameras I've held, so if you're looking for a comfortable camera to hold, this is the one for you. So this feels really good. And right here, also on the front, we have our autofocus assist LED, which is fairly blinding if it's shining in someone's face. Coolpix logo down here. On the bottom, we have our opening for our 4 AA batteries and our SD card. As you can see, I have a 32 gig. As with most cameras, this door does feel pretty cheap and flimsy. It is a little bit hard to snap back in. Right here we have our plastic tripod mount. That's about it for the bottom. This camera is primarily constructed out of cheap aluminum. I think the build quality is decent on this for a budget end camera. Overall, on paper, this looks like a very nice camera with a 16 megapixel 720p video and the 26 times zoom. But we'll have to see if those specs actually hold up in the real world in my software review. And in my software review, I'll show you guys some sample images and some sample videos and go through the image quality, etc. of this camera. Oh, and by the way, this strap here, this neck strap, which does say Nikon on it, is included in the box. Yeah, so that's about it for my hardware review of the Nikon Coolpix L810. Stay tuned for my software review, and catch you guys next time. See ya.